Today we have a case where we already have a bridge on implants and we have a problem with the proximal tooth on this tooth. We can see that we have some inflammation, we have a periapical lesion. Probably there is some caries that we don't see on these x-rays. So we need to extract the tooth. And now the question is how we want to restore the tooth. On the one hand, we can place and add another implant and we can make a crown on single implant, or we can maybe add a cantilever to this bridge. Or we can place another implant and make a bridge on 4 implants, 4-unit bridge on 4 implants. So probably the 4-unit bridge on 4 implants is a little bit too much implants for this bridge. You can have less implants. And depending on the type of the bone, you need to see if you can add implants or not. What we see is we have very thin bone and probably there isn't enough space to add another implant.
Wait, this is a crown?
Yeah, this was a crown. The crown, because of the caries, you can just take it off, but you can see that you have a lesion, you have inflammation, you can restore the tooth, you need to extract the tooth. So we extracted the tooth. There is not enough bone. The bone is too thin and we don't want to add an extra thin implant in this place. We can just add another cantilever, and this way, without adding any implants, without making any, in this case, unnecessary surgical procedures, we can make a new bridge that will fit and hold
and because you have the support of 3 implants, it's enough for this one cantilever.
So what we did here is, first of all, we extracted the tooth. We took out the crowns on those 3 implants, and we need to make an impression. We made an impression on those 3 multi-units, and right now we want to make a provisional bridge on those 3 multi-units and see how it fits, see the functionality, check out how the bridge is in the mouth. So this is the bridge that we got. You can see that we don't have 1 cantilever, we have like
2 cantilevers.
2, 1.5, depending on how you call it. Because the previous bridge was 3 crowns on 3 implants, but the separation was 3 small teeth. So now we chose to have 2 bigger teeth and instead make 2 cantilevers like small ones.
And 3 implants is enough to hold the...
Yeah, it will hold. It's a little bit risky because of different forces that can be applied on this cantilever, and maybe it can break. But it really depends on the case. It depends on
the patient,
different parafunctions.
If he's a vegetarian or a carnivore.
Yeah, very much. Depend on the patient, depend on the situation. You need to choose what to do. You can maybe add an implant, you can maybe add a cantilever. I can't say that it's the best option for all of the cases, but in these cases, this is what we chose to do.
It's a less intrusive one.
It's much less intrusive.
This is the provisional bridge mounted with...
Yeah, the provisional bridge mounted before the healing process was done. So what we want to get in the end of the healing process, that the gingiva will get some part of the bridge. It will look like you'll have an emergence profile.
So it will grow around it?
Yeah, the gingiva will grow around the teeth and it will look like you have some kind of emergence profile. The crown gets out of the gingiva.
This is the provisional bridge.
Yeah.
When do you plan to switch it to zirconia, the final restoration?
When we'll get the healing process done and we'll have the gingiva completely healed, we'll have some emergence profile that we wanted in the first place, only then we'll change to zirconia, because then we can design the bridge by the gingiva that we'll have. So the design of the bridge will be ideal and suitable for the healed gingiva.
And you will need to do another scan?
Yes, of course. Probably yes.
Thank you very much for being here and bringing this case.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being with us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us to stay tuned with the latest cases. Thank you, have a great day.
Bye.